Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. So, welcome to all of you. If you are seeing me for the very first time, thank you for being here. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps get the message out. It really does. And it doesn't cost anything. So, when are you going to get something for nothing, right? Okay, so I wanted to take a look at the relationship between Trump and Elon Musk. And I'm wondering if the bromance is over. Um, Tesla stock is tanking. Musk has said that he's going to not focus so much on Doge, but he needs to get back to his regular life and so on. He's made a huge mess out of Doge, and Donald Trump is looking for an exit out. So I thought I'd take a look and see where they're standing right now. What does it feel like for them right now? What's the energy of their current situation? All righty. Well, we start off with the King of Swords. Okay. And that is crossed by the Nine of Swords. And at the bottom, we have the Eight of Cups. Unfortunately, yeah, it's over. It's over. The Musk has been the money man. He thought that there was a way that he could manipulate Trump, and to a certain extent, he did. But the reality is hitting him, and the reality is that, you know what? I've spent billions of dollars installing this man in office, entertainment purposes only. I just toss cards. He's invested a lot of money into this venture, and it's not paying off. It really, really isn't paying off. And that is starting to cause him some worry, because now he's got the Tesla shareholders. They're watching. And, this isn't something that only affects him. It affects the shareholders. So they're not getting the promised return on their investment. And they keep seeing the stock going down. So, things are not looking good for Elon right now. Okay, well, let's keep going. Okay. In the past, we got the devil. You lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. You made a bargain with the devil, and you thought that you're going to be able to buy your way through anything and everything, and that's not exactly the way that it's going. I also see this as, Trump is installed in office. He doesn't really need Elon anymore. His job is done. And when it comes to Trump, when he has no use for you, you don't exist. So I think that there is something very, not only transactional with their relationship, but they're no longer seeing eye to eye. Okay, the current situation is the Eight of Wands. Things are coming in quickly. Things are happening quickly. There's an awful lot of criticism with what he has done with Doge. Department of Efficiency, really. And the optics are not good. The optics aren't good. And since Elon has basically made this, sort of his battle cry, his name is all over it. He can't blame it on someone else, right? He's the one that's doing all this. Okay. The overarching energy here is the moon. Um, yeah, there's secrets that are soon going to be exposed. The he doesn't like the way that he's being portrayed. That's Elon. He doesn't like what people are saying about him and thinking about him. He's very much like Trump in that way, in that he has a very skewed view of himself. Right? Remember, this is the guy who said that part of the downfall of the Western civilization is empathy, and then went on to cry that, oh, people are being mean to me. Yeah, they are. Alrighty. The lesson to be learned is the sun. What you do in darkness always comes to light. What you do in the shadows is always exposed. Sometimes it may take a little while for that to happen, but it's always exposed. People are not happy, and they're going to start to communicate their displeasure with people and positions to do something about that. So you can't hide. You can't hide what you did. Okay. The final outcome is the Page of Swords. Sure, try to explain it to me in such a way that I get I get what you were trying to say, but this reminds me almost of a well, I didn't lie to you. I just didn't tell you the whole truth. So you can't call it a lie. I just didn't tell you everything. So I think based on this, yes, the bro-mance is over. Neither one of them is getting their needs met on a daily basis. So yeah, it's time to make decisions. Alrighty. So Musk has said that he's not going to completely walk away from the government or from the administration, and he's going to be there as long as Trump needs him to be there. And Trump is saying, "Oh yeah, no, sure, I want him around as long as I can have him, because then he's got someone to blame, right?" So, is Elon going to? Is he going to make the decision that he's going to walk away from the administration? Is this going to be his decision to walk away from the administration? Which really, when you think about it, it doesn't matter um, who talks about the leaving. Each one of them is going to have their own story, about, well, no, I wasn't fired, I quit. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so is Elon going to leave the administration of his own accord? Two of Cups. All right. And that's crossed by the Eight of Cups. Interesting. And the bottom of the deck is the Magician. Okay. So, yes, these two made an agreement on how they were going to move forward, and what it was that they were going to do, and all the things that they were going to accomplish. The only problem is that both of them are delusional. Both of them are they have a skewed view of situations, and so neither one of them is communicating honestly with the other guy, right? So I'm not surprised to see that card come up. And this also explains too that, yeah, when he does leave, Trump will say, oh well, I just couldn't deal with him anymore. And then the standard reply is, oh, he didn't fire me. Oh, I walked out. I left. Okay. So in the past, we've got the five of cups. Um, yeah, needing to this is a difficult decision um, for Musk, because he does want to be involved. He likes the power trip of being able to, you know, walk into an office and everyone gasps in fear as he goes, you and you're fired, you're gone. Um, so he doesn't really want to give that up, but I think he realizes that, yeah, he has to. He absolutely has to. Okay, the um, the current situation is the Seven of Wands. He's having to defend his position, not only in terms of what he's doing with Doge, but what he's doing with Tesla. So he's come up with some pretty fancy footwork to try to explain it all, but the writing's on the wall. People aren't buying it anymore. All right, the overarching energy is the Fool. Yeah, you um, you fooled around, and now you're going to find out. You you went into this blind in a lot of ways, thinking that, well, whatever the problem is, whatever I need done, I'll just throw money at it and it'll be done. It's like you're not looking. You're going forward with the faith that the universe is going to catch you. Um, and you forget that what you put out, you get back. So, yeah, alrighty. And the lesson to be learned is the Chariot. Decisions have to be made. You can't have it both ways. You need to kind of pick a side, pick a lane, stay in it. Okay, and the final outcome is the Four of Cups. It's been nice working with you. We wish you every success in the future. We know you're going to do well. So, yeah, he's what he is being offered, he doesn't like, and so, yeah, he's not willing to work with Trump anymore, not to the extent that he was. All righty. Well, that's interesting. Okay. So, I want to take a look as well and see if are Tesla shareholders putting the pressure on Elon to either resign or work for the job that he has, which is to yeah, Tesla is his job. So it's almost like he's taken a little bit of a hiatus, and I kind of played in the ocean and I did a bunch of things. Well, now they're saying, okay, time to get back to work. And if you're not ready, willing, and able to come back to the office, then we might have to have another discussion about your future. So, are the Tesla shareholders um, putting pressure on him to get out of the administration and focus on Tesla? I think it would make sense, but let's see. Okay. So, the world, yes. Um, you can't be all things for all people. You can't have your fingers in too many pots. You need to um, you need to make some decisions about where it is that you're going and what it is that you're going to be doing. And it's crossed by the fool. Um, yeah, you haven't been making very good decisions up until now. So we're going to give you an opportunity to consider your situation, and then we'll get together again and talk. I shuffled. The bottom of the deck is the Chariot. Yeah, time to fish or cut bait. That's it. We're not doing this anymore. Okay. In the past, I've got the Eight of Pentacles. Right. You're working on um, you're working on your craft. You assemble great cars. You have different ideas and so on. They appreciated his work that he did, um, and they want him to refocus back on that instead of kind of being all over the place. Okay, the current situation, um, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness. Yeah, things coming to an end. You can't serve two masters. So you need to decide what it is that you're going to do. Alrighty. The overarching energy is the Queen of Pentacles. We need you back at work. We need you back building up the brand. We need the share prices to rise. We need you to focus on the job at hand, not on some of your outside hobbies. Okay. The lesson to be learned, the King of Swords. Truth comes for everybody. Um, you don't have enough money to put off um, what it is that is thrown in your path. This is the uh, King of Swords is all about the truth, all about cutting through the BS and so on. So, you know what? Time to start making serious adult decisions rather than acting like a turbulent or petulant. Don't you hate it when two words come together? And yeah, rather than acting like a petulant child. Okay. And the final outcome is, again, the Four of Cups. Either you come back to work Monday morning and you're at your desk and you're doing your job, or we're going to need to have a serious discussion about your future with this company. So yes, I think that they are putting pressure on him. And yeah, they're tired of watching the value of their stock plummet and go down to where it is. They're looking at the future and they're thinking, okay, well, we've had a horrible first 3 months of the year. The next 3 months aren't going to look that great either. We've got people are protesting at Tesla dealerships all over the world. This is not a he is no longer that charismatic leader who could make you believe, right? Okay. All righty. And finally, just for fun, um, yeah, is he going to make the decision to exit? Is he going to announce his decision to exit within the next 2 weeks? We'll do just a quick few cards on that. Well, the Three of Wands. Yeah. Waiting for the ship to come in. This is, you put stuff out. Now you're waiting for it to come back. Again, okay, this is the Hangman. Yeah, you can't be in limbo, right? You got to make a decision. You got to look at things from somebody else's perspective and somebody else's point of view. And yeah, when you return back to work, then you concentrate on Tesla, and things can return back to normal as much as they can. So there you go. Interesting. All righty, I'm going to leave that here, and I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Please don't forget, leave a comment at the bottom. Let me know what you think of the reading. Let me know if there's something in particular that's going on that you would like me to read on. Absolutely, take a look at it, and yeah, and I can let you know. Yes, I'm going to do a reading on that, and take it from there. So once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you to those of you who have been with me and following me and who have supported me on this journey. I really, really appreciate it very, very much. So if you're, before I forget, if you're interested in booking a personal reading, you can reach out to me through email, heartcenteredtarot@outlook.com, or you can visit my website and get information about the different types of readings and also classes. And that is at marinasheartcenteredtarot.com. There you go. All righty. I hope that you have a great rest of the week, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care for now.